Hello, howdy, good morning. Gotta turn that down. Good morning, Silver. Hello. Trees. Good morning. Yeah, just warming up. I haven't been moving around for very long. Forgive me, please. Let me see if I can get it out. Come on. Maybe I can do it today. I did it yesterday. Oh, I woke up, Shamala, Shamala. Oh, I got to wake up. Oh, Shamala, Shamala. Shamala, Shamala, oh, Shamala, Shamala. Oh, I got the Shama Hamala today. I did it. I'll be content with that one. Let's see. Christian Carpenter has joined us this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Howdy. Hello. Yeah. I got to just hang out for Halloween. I did snack on a little bit of candy, just a little bit. One of my favorites is the sweet tart ropes. The sweet tart candies in general are ones that I really do like those big sweet tarts that are kind of chewy. Oh man. Uh, but I know to take it easy on those. Mm. I started watching one movie last night called The Hollow, and I couldn't make it through it. There's just some things that just uh didn't line up for me. Like I can get into the fantasy world and I like that, but like whenever your character's actions are not realistic, it kind of makes the whole fantasy thing kind of like fall apart for me. Like this dude was driving the car and he was driving it like an idiot. Like no, unless you're completely inebriated and you are completely intoxicated, people don't drive this horrible. In this movie, it had one of these kind of moments, and he like his car breaks down on him, and there's just some the way he handles that just seemed very unrealistic. And then try to add into the story that there's some kind of oozy fungus that's gonna like take over everyone. I guess I'm not sure where that one was going. It was the movie was called The Hollow, and um I couldn't keep watching that one. I was just like, this is moving way too damn slow. But I did start watching another movie, but then I got uh well, I got tired and I fell asleep on it. Although this movie called Cadaver, that one was pretty cool and it was playing with the concept that I was like, oh, that would be interesting if that was in reality. Like um at least one part of it. I don't know how the movie ends up, and it it's a horror movie, so I'm pretty sure some people are gonna die. But the idea that you could go see a play and like everyone is wearing a mask who is not a part of the play, and like you just walk around and watch unfold these events that makes up this play that has actors, that would be really freaking cool. And that was like the concept that the movie Cadaver was based on. And I can't tell you much more than that because I fell asleep during it. So I know I'm not spoiling the movie. I have no idea how it ends. And it did have some good acting. I was um whenever I woke up I was like, "Oh man, how does that one end up?" I'm pretty sure I will be checking that one out. Again, that was a pretty cool idea, and I liked how it was going. But yeah, I got a couple of topics to talk about. One is about magnetism and being able to make things that are not magnetic become magnetic, like being able to make another material other than a metal be magnetizable. I was That caught my attention. And then this other uh, piece that caught my attention was making carbon fuel, making fuel from carbon. So I wanted to see what those were. I skimmed over them a little bit this morning and checked them out. But yeah, those were two things that I had to talk about for topics. I'm gonna check my Gmail. See what's going on. Has anyone said anything? Is there any new messages? I also played around with Facebook, and it was cool because they didn't give me any grief. They didn't make me have a restricted use. I just think that's so weird. That there must be some kind of like glitch with that, because I'm really not being um, aggressive with anybody or being ugly. I'm not critical of people on there. I, for the most part, just look at stuff that uh, people that I like. I'm looking for stuff that I like. I'd rather see things that uh, spark my, give me some type of influence, or maybe it's funny. Whenever it goes to content, I'm not looking for having to deal with bullshit. I'll put it that way. Huh. I've gotten no new emails other than um, I got some hearts for some comments I've said. Trees is saying, I saw something a while ago about vehicle suspension filled with some sort of liquid metal, and if you hit a bump, it would actuate magnets. Yes, stiffening the suspension. Yes, kinetic energy. That is, and they also have it too, where the brake pads, as you are braking, it's using that to be able to power the vehicle. It's pretty interesting. In fact, let's get into it. Let's check it out. Hang on. Let me see what's going on here. I have it here so I could read it on my phone. That way I can kind of like see the chat moving as I'm reading. I'm not flipping back and forth. Well, this one is already up. This one's talking about the engineers develop an efficient process to make fuel from carbon dioxide. This is by David L. Chandler. Tech Explorer is the website. The search is on worldwide to find ways to extract carbon dioxide from the air or from power plant exhaust and then make it into something useful. One of the more promising ideas is to make it into a stable fuel that can replace fossil fuels in some applications. But most such conversion processes have had problems with low carbon efficiency, or they produce fuels that can be hard to handle, toxic, or flammable. Mm, yeah, toxicity of things is just really unfortunate, and it's happened so many times over the course of history where we've discovered something and we're like, oh, this is great, let's make stuff out of it, and then it ends up just killing a whole bunch of us. It, it's a crux, it's a dilemma, or a issue. It's something that needs to be worked out. Let's see what the rest of this says. They're researching it at MIT and also Harvard University, and they've developed an efficient process that can convert carbon dioxide into a format, a liquid or solid material that can be used like hydrogen or methanol to power a fuel cell and generate electricity. Potassium or sodium formate, already produced at industrial scales and commonly used as de-icer for roads and sidewalks, is non-toxic. Oh, that's interesting. It's a they also can use it as a de-icer. That one year when we had it just recently and Texas froze, um, and that was a lot more snow than I've dealt with a little bit, and it doesn't last very long. Like it doesn't stay on the ground for very long. Um, until this last time, like I was actually having to clear our walkways because I was trying to walk around out there, and I was sliding around, and I think I actually did eat my shit. I think I actually slipped and took one to the hip and elbow. Yeah, or something. Yeah, I I either did or I got really close and I was like, whoa, whoa. And you don't even have to fall all the way over for it though. Like the getting unbalanced. Like one time I hurt myself just like trying to regain my balance, and I like tweaked my joint at my hip and my leg, and I was kind of sore there for a little while. I mean, I got over it. Um, but yeah, so that would be awesome because I've also heard they have problems up north having enough salt to put on roads. So having more things to use for that would I think is that's awesome. It gets really cold. Leave your water on a trickle so your pipes won't bust. Yeah, trees. Yeah. During that freeze, this house that I'm in right now did do that. It and it didn't just bust. Oh, I saw it just glitched. Okay. This house that we're in right now, last year it did do that. And it busted in a couple of different places. And I had let the water out, but the way they made this house, they kind of made it like to where the piping system that feeds the water is got a U shape. So you can't actually drain all the water out of the system. So even if you shut off all the water and stuff, um, it still it has water in the lines and it'll freeze and crack and break them. But um, yeah, keeping some water trickling to help water keep moving so it doesn't freeze up. That is see, and also during that time I was not in like this wasn't our place at that point in time, you know. um I had been asked to come over here and turn off the water, which I did, but I didn't have like a key to the place or anything, so I couldn't turn on water in the inside of the place. But I was able to go out there and I shut the line off for them because they had asked me at that point in time. But this is cool. They can use this material to be a de-icer. as well. Did I understand that correct? Yeah, because they can make it into a liquid, a solid material, and they can make it a gas. Or no, it does not say it can make it into a gas. Oh, wait a minute. When we're taking the carbon monoxide out of the air, I'm not sure if I understand this correctly. If that carbon monoxide is in a gas form at that point, and that's what we're catching, that's what we want to remove from the air because we're producing that gas, and we catch that, and then we can turn it into a liquid or a solid. That's pretty cool. The new process developed by MIT doctoral students Zhenzhang Zichu Ren and Alexander H. Quinn at Harvard University. This is in the journal Cell Reports and Physical Science. The whole process, including capture and electrochemical conversion of the gas to a solid, form it powder, which is then used in a cell to produce electricity was demonstrated at a small laboratory scale. However, the researchers expect it to be scalable so it could provide emission-free heat and power to individual homes and even be used in industrial or grid-scale applications. Other approaches to converting carbon dioxide into fuel usually involves a two-stage process. First, the gas is chemically captured and turned into a solid form as calcium carbonate. Then later, that material is heated to drive off the carbon dioxide and convert it into fuel feedstock such as carbon monoxide. That second step has very low efficiency, typically converting less than 20% of the gaseous carbon dioxide into the desired product. That is really cool. And I've read also to hear, or no. I saw this on 60 Minutes. There is a recent 60 Minutes from this year that is about the carbon catchers where they're actually extracting. Hey, Dr. Mordecai is coming. Jumping with Symphony. Good morning. Yeah, but I have seen that they have that that is something that has already been built and is already in the process is these carbon catchers. So if they can take that gas and then be able to reuse it, that is amazing. I mean, as long as that's not causing us another problem down the line, um, I think that's pretty cool. That's what I would like to see, you know, is humanity go in the direction of being symbiotic with the earth, you know? Native atheist, good morning. Glad to see you've made it in. Hello. But yeah, that's what I would like to see. I'd like to see a symbiotic relationship with the earth and the environment so we can keep on doing it and allow others to experience this thing called life. Let it continue. I don't see any reason why it should stop, you know? I don't want it to stop. No way. That would be that's who wants the world to end? And weirdly, yeah, this other one too. These articles I found really caught my attention this morning. Like I knew that I wanted to read these and become aware of these new ideas. Um, the carbon fuel thing. That's spot on. I mean, what a great idea. Why didn't they think about this before? I don't know. Or maybe they did. Maybe this has been something that has been worked on for a long time. But this other one is first ever wireless device developed to make magnetism appear in non-magnetic materials. To make magnetism appear in non-magnetic materials. That why did they say appear? Why did they use the word appear? Why isn't it worded like making non-magnetic materials magnetized? Like I think that would be a better way to put it. Or maybe I don't understand something. But this one's at from the physics org, and it's by an autonomous University of Barcelona. Hmm. Autonomous. Yeah, that's who it's by. Researchers at the UAB and ICMAB have succeeded in bringing wireless technology to the fundamental level of magnetic devices. The emergence and control of magnetic properties in cobalt nitride layers by voltage without connection. The sample of electrical wiring represents a paradigm shift that can facilitate the creation of magnetic nanorobots for biomedicine and computing systems where basic information management processes do not require wiring. Woo! Not needing wires in order to send electrical impulses? What? Electronic devices rely on manipulating the electrical and magnetic properties of components, whether for computing or storing information. Among other processes, controlling magnetism using voltage instead of electric currents has become a very important control method to improve energy efficiency in many devices since currents heat up circuits. Yeah, and that's why things can, burn out and stuff because the electrical is heating up those pieces and it can burst into flames. There's been all kinds of uh, callbacks on different stuff. Let's see what Dr. Mordecai is saying here. And all around Manhattan, All the cats are jumping with sympathy. Christians really want the end to come. Yeah, yeah, there are people who just want to see the world end, want to watch it burn. Like literally, I have ran into this mentality even here recently. There was one kid who was really wanting some kind of natural disaster, or he was showing this one video of a wedding, and it was, oh, where was that? There was an explosion that happened. I'm not sure if it was India, but it was in the recent times where there was an explosion at a plant, and like it devastated the area. And there's a wedding that was happening, and like the you see the people like get hit by the concussion of the explosion. And he was saying how much he wanted to experience something like that, just like wanting to experience tragedy or some kind of natural disaster. And with I'm like, no, no, you don't. You really don't. Like, because whenever you're really in it, you really won't want to be in it. It is painful. It is hard to get over, and most of the time, it becomes like a fear in the back of your mind. Like, is this going to happen again? Now, how am I going to like mitigate it? I mean, that's PTSD. I mean, like, asking for problems. Like, that's just, I don't, I don't get that mentality. No way. Hey, good morning, Pixie. And the Christians want to get raptured and stuff. You didn't get left behind. No, don't be caught on the toilet when Jesus comes back. And Pixie Storms has joined us this morning. Good morning. I was just reading a couple articles, and this one that I was reading about is talking about making other things magnetic, but also making it to where it can be used for computing and for electrical devices in order to send the signal or to send the electrical impulse without wires. In recent years, much research has been carried out to implement protocols for applying voltages to carry out this control, but always through electrical connections directly on the materials. A research team formed by the members of the UAB Department of Physics and the ICMAB, with the collaboration of the Institute of Microelectronics of Barcelona, CNNCSIC, and the ALBA. Wow, there's a whole bunch of people that are a part of this. Let me see if I can get to the point. Okay, it has managed for the first time to modify the magnetic properties of a thin layer of cobalt nitride by applying electrical voltage without the use of wires. To do this, researchers placed the sample of magnetic material in a liquid with ionic conductivity and applied the voltage to the liquid via two platinum plates without connecting any wires directly to the sample. This generated an induced electric field that caused the nitrogen ions to leave the con and caused magnetism to appear in the sample, which changed from a non-magnetic to a magnetic. The induced magnetic properties can be modulated as a function of the applied voltage and actuation time, as well as the arrangement of the sample, and temporary or permanent changes in magnetism can also be conducted depending on the orientation of the sample with respect to the imposed electric field. That's a trip. The article is down in the description box. I linked both of those in there. The one about the carbon fuel, turning the carbon gases into fuels, and this one about making materials that are not magnetic. And from what I was understanding there, they're able to send electrical, uh, to put electricity to the thing and make it uh, usable to store information and things like that, which is a trip. Dr. Mordecai says, Pixie Storm's here with us mortals. This is amazing. Yeah, thank y'all for joining me and hanging out with me for a while. I enjoy this time and get to get up, check out some current events, see what's going on in the world, get a little social interaction. And I go off and I go work on different projects. Got a bunch of different things in the works. I'm even working on a comedy. Um, I have gotten outlined to a pilot. I'm just gonna work on this one pilot. Although I have ideas for like the entire story, I think it really could be turned into a movie for sure. And I could definitely see myself making a bunch of episodes with these characters. Um, I think it's somewhat unique and funny. I don't know. I can't wait to be able to share it. But let's see. I am gonna share. Oh, I flipped right to one that we've already done here recently. You know, I've heard that you can take a good book. Some people like this one particular book, and they're like, you can take it and you can flip it to any page and you can find something profound. And let's see if I can not drop the other part of the book out today. Let's see. I've become Calvinist. You know it. I know it. We all know it. And I followed the good book, Calvin and Hobbes. And today's story is do you think the boogeyman really exists? I don't know. Looks like they're walking through the woods. But if they do, I'm sure this is where they live. That was the creepiest campfire story I've ever heard. Let's get back to the tent. I don't know if I'll ever sleep again. Shh. Looks like they're getting creeped out. Looks like they're creeping themselves out. Says, what did you hear? Something? Didn't you? I don't know. What did it sound like? Sort of like breathing and drooling and ripping the meat off of human bones. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's about to get real. Yeah. Yeah, they've definitely freaked themselves out. You were right. I'm glad we carried a generator all this distance. Yeah, that would be a lot of work to carry out the generator unless you got a vehicle to just like back up to your campsite. Giving yourself the creeps. How can I relate to this? That is pretty interesting that uh it would be more coincidental, or if it would have happened on Halloween, that I would have picked the one that is scary, like a scary story where they're creeping themselves out. The last time I think I creeped myself out, or like had that like being startled, um I was walking outside and I was going around a building, and as I was going around this building, this thing jumped out right in front of me, and it scared the piss out of me. Damn near, damn near scared the piss out of me. I did jump. I did holler a little bit. I was like, ah, like, ah. Kendra saw it too, and it was a freaking bunny. It was a freaking little furry bunny. It just it startled me, and I gave a little jump scare, jump back. I yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think I need to go be responsible and go tackle some other business. Um, thank you all for hanging out with me. I really do enjoy hanging out. Oh, Sandy just came in. Oh, much love, Sandy. Yeah, I wish y'all all well being, and I will be back tomorrow for sure. Much love. Wish y'all all well being, and I will see y'all on the flip side. Laters, Native Atheist, Christian Carpenter, Pixie Storms, Silver Wolf, Dr. Mordecai. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's like, I've been trying to do, which is this rating thing. I'm going to see if there is anybody live right now who's got a stream going, and I'm going to put the link into the side chat. Let's see if there's somebody else we can go and support right now. No, I don't see anybody live. I all right. Y'all have a good day.